Hi, everyone. Welcome to MGS Coaching Football. I'm Coach Sullivan and want to just let you know I appreciate you watching. And if you're a subscriber, please continue. And if you're not a subscriber, I'm hoping you push that button. Completed my 39th year coaching football this past 2021 season, and I hope yours was as successful as ours was. Today, in this presentation, I want to talk to you about one of our packaged plug concepts, blitzes, that we call Mars Bob. So if you've already seen the Mars presentation, we're just going to take Mars and combine it with Bob. So it's a six-man pressure, okay? Just by combining two plugs, actually, technically, three plugs together, okay? So over here, I'm going to go through the key terms with you so you can better understand how we execute it. Then over here, I'll show it to you in a diagram as to how it all looks and plays out, okay? So the first key term is simply a package plug. We combine, in this case, an outside linebacker and inside linebackers, plural, so both of them together and executed as one. Okay, so let me just make that a plural. Sorry about that. The second is, what is Myers Bob? Okay, well, first of all, the Lucky Ringo call, our blitz call, is going to go to the rover. So that takes care of the nose, and it's going to make the nose correct on all three pressures that we're combining here. Excuse me. Okay, so the rover's going to go first. He's part of the Mars. He's going to plug A gap, which I'll show you, and the Mike is going to go second and delay plug B gap. Okay. Both defensive ends end up slanting C gap, and I'll show you how that plays out in a minute. The nose slants A away, and the backer plugs B gap. Okay, so when I get to the illustration, I'll show you how our rules make it simple so the nose is correct. See, the nose being the zero technique, he's a part of both sides. He's the only defender that's part of both sides. Okay, and our base 3-4. So you got to be careful how you combine your plugs so you don't put your nose in conflict. Okay, so that's, you got to go through your own blitz inventory and decide which blitzes can work that way so the nose is not in conflict with either blitz, okay? And I'll show you how we do that when I get to the diagram. So number 3, this is good versus all personnel. I'm only showing it to you versus 11, but it's good versus 10, 11, 12, 20, 21, 22. And it's also number 4, good versus run, pass, zone read, power read, RPO, all of it, okay? I'm not going to go over the coverage except for how we spin the safeties, okay, hence the Roger call, and then how we account for the running back if he's outside the offensive tackle. So in other words, C to D gap area, okay? So the coverage is what we call large. So in order to get more on that, you need to see the Zone Blitz coverage playlist. All right. So over here, right? First thing I want to point out to you, and this is how we organize it, all of our defenders have a different letter, and the two who have, and only two who have the same F, have a second letter which is different. So field corner, free safety. All right, everybody else has a different letter, which makes it easy. Our alignment rules are simple. The defensive line stays left and right. Rover and Mike travel together. Backer and dime travel together, unless the Liz or Rip happens to be on the same side as the Rover Mike. That's a different presentation. You have to go to the base fronts playlist. Okay? Field and free travel together, whip and boundary travel together. Okay? Boom, done. But see, that enables us to package plugs, hence our package plug concept, because of the way we name number 1 and number 2, the traveler. Okay, so you really got to dig deep into how your base system, how you've simplified it for alignment purposes, your drill inventory, it all has to tie together nicely. Okay, so this is anything but a willy-nilly plan. Okay, so now, right, we'll start with the Mars. Okay, the Mars concept, right? Defensive end call side, slant C, nose, slants A away. It's a Ringo, which kicks in a Roger. The Rogers for the safety spin, which I'll get to momentarily. Okay? What we tell the rover is when you're going to plug and you're you're attached, we say, on a tight end, you're going to plug B or A, we want you to deepen your alignment slightly so your up toe is on the heels of the defensive end. So then on the snap of the football, he can step on the heels of the DN who's moving upfield and he gets into A gap. We tell our Mike, take one lateral step, see the rover across your face, and plug B gap. So that's what the Morris looks like. Okay? We're going to cover the safeties next. Okay? So we got a C, a B, and an A covered. On the snap, we don't tip our hand. On the snap, the safety screws down toward the line of scrimmage, reading the surface. If it's run, sky, he's got force on the D gap. If it's pass, he's hot on 2, who happens to be the tight end. Consequently, in this case, the freeze, the backside safety, starts rotating to the middle, to the right. He's reading surface. Run, sticks it in the ground, fits in. Pass, he's getting to the deep middle third. So the safeties spin together after the snap, post-snap. Okay? Now, as it says, right, both DNs slant C gap. So on the snap, slant C gap. That's the Bob blitz. That's what the nose does. A gap to the cone, a Bob blitz. C, the defensive end slants C gap on a Bob blitz. So there it is, right? Morris, slant A away. Bob, he slants to the Bob. So see how the nose is not in conflict. It's a thing of beauty. And it's so simple. So you teach individual plug first. There's a Monty, we call it. We have a A-gap blitz for the rover. You teach them all individually, and then you combine them. Okay? And that's the process. That's all I can give you for this in this presentation. So now in the coverage part of it, cover large, right? If the running back disappears, B gap to B gap, right? So you notice we got somebody B, A, B, right? They will tackle the running back, and if the back's trying to avoid them, they'll retrace with the back. If the running back appears, okay, outside the tackle, whether it's a flare or a flat route, the C-gap defenders will take the running back coming to them. So if the running back were to go this way, this defensive end C-gap would peel with the running back. And again, that's flare, flat route. That's what the large is, because we do not have an inside linebacker available to take the back in coverage. This outside linebacker has 2 hot, right? So then nobody's available to take the back except the 2 C-gap defensive ends. So as I said at the beginning, I thank you for watching and hopefully subscribing to MJS Coaching Football. If you have any questions, please reach out to me at Coach MJS, Coach MJ Sullivan, at gmail.com, and I'd love to talk football with you.